The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. Our passion transforms a community that sees all things new. I am Alpha Sanford and I'm streaming live from Boston, Massachusetts. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, mabuhay. Thank you for being with us today. Hello. It's Alpha Sanford again of Once a Teacher, Always a Teacher. Welcome back. I'm so grateful that you are with us today. And I'm sure today's episode is going to give you some sort of like an inspiration. And I'm hoping that those of you who really want to become an ESL teacher, an EFL teacher, or simply an English teacher outside of the Philippines, this may be the show for you, okay? Because our guest for today has been in Thailand as an EFL. EFL stands for English as a Foreign Language, as an EFL teacher for the last 13 years. Prior to going to Thailand, he was actually an ESL teacher. He used to teach for Korean students in the Philippines. And then prior to that, he also used to be an instructor at a local university in Tarlac called the CLDH, or the Central Luzon Doctors Hospital. He used to teach there as a technical writer, and now he is a lecturer, or he's also called as the EFL specialist at the Rajamangala University at Pinsanulok, Thailand. Oh, diba? I'm able to actually say those with a twist. So for today, please take notes if you wanted to get to know the journey of an awesome, light-hearted, and simply someone who really makes my day. This is your show. So without further ado, let me bring to you our wonderful guest, Mr. Reuben H. Esteban. Come on in, Mr. Esteban.
Hello. Anyway, thank you for that good introduction, Miss Sanford or Miss Alpha. And
Yes,
thank you
yeah.
for inviting me here in your awesome show.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
Just like what I mentioned to you before, I thought your journey as an EFL teacher in Thailand lends a wonderful story to many Filipinos or even many other people around the world who may want to work at a foreign land as an English teacher. So thank you for gracing my show. All right. So how are you doing today, my friend? How's Thailand doing?
It's raining now, but it's quite hot. It's humid because you know the weather in
Mhm.
Thailand, we call it hot, hotter, and hottest. So it's raining, but it's hot, it's humid,
Okay.
and that's the weather here. But I love it. The weather is really good here in Thailand. It's
Okay.
sort of similar in the Philippines, so not a lot of adjustment that I have to do. That yes, that's it.
That's that's great. So I just learned something new. Hot, hotter, and hotter.
That is.
So tell me more. I didn't really quite get the definition of those three different weather.
Because here in Thailand, during the season, the months of like May, it starts in
Uh-huh.
April, May, and June. It's really hot. I'm sorry, April, May, and June, the hottest. It's summer here,
Mm,
and
okay.
the hotter one is the next month, the next quarter, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's really hot also here in January until March. So hot,
Mm,
hot, hot. For so from let's say around October to December, hot, and
mm-hmm.
January to March,
Mm-hmm.
hotter, and April to all throughout July, it's really the hottest season here.
Got it.
Like could reach to 45 degrees Celsius. I don't know in Fahrenheit. I cannot really translate. Yes.
I'm
45
gonna
degrees Celsius. Can you?
right. I know. I'm gonna have to take a look at my app in order to actually convert that. But is that the reason why you chose Thailand? Yan ba yung ano? Yan ba yung reason bakit napili mo ang Thailand to work?
It's not really this particular reason. I had no reason to come here before because I just wanted to visit here before as a
Mm-hmm.
tourist. Yes, this is true. I just wanted to visit here as a tourist before, and then my friend suggested me or encouraged me to teach here. I used to teach in Baguio City as an ESL teacher, and I
Okay.
have a friend who used to work here in Pitsunalok, and he suggested me
Mhm.
like, "Oh, come on, Ruben, try and roam around the city, roam around Thailand, and maybe this place is for you." And then, okay, I came here, and since that day, I have loved Thailand.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Ruben. So,
Yes.
tell us, I know that you've been in the education field for the longest time, but for those who weren't able to catch the introduction earlier, what's your journey in the education field like?
My journey. Back when I was a kid, I didn't want to be a teacher, but I had this
Mhm.
inclination to be a teacher. My mother used to read me this avocado, the yellow one, the old one. I don't know if
Yes, I remember. I remember. Uh-huh.
avocado.
Yeah.
And of course, my mom was my first teacher, and I looked, I look up to her at the time, and then I wanted to be somebody who can teach also. Though
Mm.
I studied engineering for quite some time, I veered. into another direction. Like I studied journalism, and after journalism, I told myself this is not really what I really want to do. Like it's like a late discovery of what I really wanted to do. Like, oh, I have to teach. Though, like I said, I had this inclination when I was a kid to teach or to
Mm-hmm.
impart knowledge to other
Mm-hmm.
people. Yeah, yes. And then since that day, like I that was a turning point in my life. Like I needed to teach. I needed to find myself in a place where I could teach, I could impart my knowledge, I could share something to people. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe because also my a lot of factors also, like my sister is a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
It's She's a public school teacher, and
Mm.
yes, she is a public school teacher back at home. And maybe that's one of the reasons also why I got encouraged to be in this career.
Mm-hmm.
And since then I have loved teaching. And I like I said, I went to CLDH. I tried my luck at the time, and then I got the job as a technical writing teacher or lecturer, and I had
Uh-huh.
fun, though it was a very short stint. And
Uh-huh.
then after that, I went to Baguio City to
Uh-huh.
teach as to work as an ESL teacher, and I loved it because
Mm-hmm.
I got to interact with other culture, other nationalities like
Mm-hmm.
Koreans, Japanese, and I had this Mongolian student, one or two students before, and oh, this is really what I want to do. So at that time, I was an ESL teacher, and I really liked it. And after that, I there was a gap. I needed to stop because I think I was maybe I was in how do you call that? I was a little bit not not on the go to do
Mm-hmm.
things. So I traveled Thailand,
Mm-hmm.
like I told you earlier. My friend suggested me to roam around the city, or maybe I could just look for schools here so that I could
Mm-hmm.
try my luck. And since then, yes, that's the journey of being a teacher per se.
Wow. So I did not know.
Was it tough?
No, no, no. I did not know, Teacher Ruben, that you actually came from an engineering background and then out of the blue, you followed your passion and it all came
Yes,
out because of an idea and because when you were traveling, you had this, oh, I'm going to teach you, right?
yes, I'm proud to
That's
be one.
amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thanks for sharing us your journey. Now, for those of us, especially our viewers who may not know what does an ESL teacher do, can you explain to our viewers what do you exactly do?
So basically, yes, we are a teacher
Mm-hmm.
from the word EFL teacher. We are teachers, and then English is a foreign language. English, which is not a dominant language here in Thailand, that's why we call it foreign language. Okay, an ESL, like I've told you, I've explained it to you earlier. ESL, a place. English is a dominant language in a place. That's why it's called
Mm-hmm.
ESL. Whereas here in Thailand, it's not a dominant language. Maybe just 10% of the population can
Mm-hmm.
speak or comprehend English
Oh,
because
wow.
they they they've never been colonized by the Westerners or the English speaking people. So yes, that's and of course we teach English. For me, I teach in a university here in Thailand,
Mm-hmm.
and I teach
Mm.
basic English subjects like public speaking, and just usual ones. But uh, like level 1 and 2, not really that higher level of public speaking or sort of. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the basic ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's like when you make it parallel in the Philippines, is like teaching high school or teaching
Okay.
grade 6 or grade 5 students in the
Mm.
Philippines. Yes, I am teaching university students. They're sort of similar in a way. Yes,
Mm. Because of their English level, their
yes,
proficiency level, right?
yeah. The
Yeah.
proficient level. Uh, how can I say uh, politically correct? Like it's not that high. Okay, it's really difficult. I might be misconstrued, right?
Mm-hmm.
I might anyway. Not that really high, right? So
They're developing. Maybe they're developing, and their proficiency level is probably limited, and you're there to, expand their knowledge on English proficiency, right?
perfect. That's the help.
Ayan, sinabi na ni lecturer Teacher Ruben, perfect daw ako in terms of my English description. That's wonderful. Anyhow,
Yes.
so Teacher Ruben, can you tell us, for those folks who are aspiring to become ESL or EFL teachers, what are their qualifications that they need in order to apply as an EFL teacher in Thailand?
That's really a very challenging question.
Yeah,
I
do you
myself.
have like a licensor examination that you have to take? How is that?
How did I get the job? Basically, when you are, it's quite different here from primary, secondary, and university.
Mm,
Because
okay,
if you are a teacher in primary and secondary, you have to have this license from the Philippines.
okay, yes.
Whereas if you are a university lecturer, I don't know if it's just the same in the Philippines. I've never
Mm,
taught in the Philippines, universities in the Philippines. But
mm-hmm,
if you're teaching here in a university, you don't need any licenses or any. You just have to have this bachelor, master, or a PhD, some sort of like
okay.
that. Mhm.
Ah,
And your question: what should you possess as become an EFL or ESL teacher, right?
okay.
Well, first and foremost, I think skill.
Mm,
You need to have a skill in
mm-hmm,
teaching. Yes.
mm-hmm,
You don't need to be very smart. You
mm-hmm,
have to be skillful.
mm-hmm.
I hope that the listeners can differentiate being skillful and being smart. Well, you have to be. You can be smart, but that's not really the priority. That's not really the number one factor or number one thing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the HRs here in Thailand are looking for. You have to have this kind of skill in
Mm,
teaching the little kids, the children, up
mm,
to the university level students.
mm-hmm.
To have the
So,
skill.
teacher,
That's
yeah. So, Teacher Ruben, when you say skill, are you talking about a person's ability to be able to convey and break down information to their students so that the students will be able to understand what the teacher is trying to teach? Is that what you mean by skill?
yes, that's true. Like you have you have yes, you have to have this kind of things. You have to
Mm-hmm.
be very empathic. You have to a lot of things that you have to possess to become a skillful teacher. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to be smart like bookish. You don't like you know all the grammar rules. You know all the rules in this and this and that in English or in
Right.
linguistics, in sort of something like in language, right? But if you
Right.
don't have the skill like classroom management skill,
Mm.
like
Yeah.
Thailand, like I said, English is not a dominant language here in Thailand. So basically, they have 1 to 5% of English knowledge or
Mm-hmm.
English understanding. So you have to have this kind of skill, which is fit
Mm.
to teach them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like for example, you have to be very empathic. You have to put your
Mm.
shoes on their shoes. You have to be patient. You
Mm-hmm.
have to have this kind of a facilitator thing. Like you need to help. Sometimes you spoon feed them. Something like
Mm.
those kind of
Mm.
skills. Yes. Yes.
Wow. You just
Yes.
embodied my, what's that? Sorry. I missed
Am
that.
I speaking a lot?
No, it's good. I thought, you just shared what a true teacher can and should have, which is really about the caring and the love for the students and truly understanding the dynamics of the classroom.
Yes. Yes. That's
Yeah. All right. So, Teacher Ruben, this may be a little bit personal, but I think it's a great question that many of our viewers would want to ask. So, in Thailand, as an EFL teacher, what are the benefits that you get from teaching at the university or at a local college over there as an EFL teacher, including, if you can, share the pay range of an EFL teacher over there?
Yes, okay. So the first question is the benefits. What are the benefits? What are the perks of being an EFL teacher?
Yes.
Well, first, the salary is good. How should I say? Like, if you
Give us a pay range,
okay,
like
pay
entry
range.
level. Yeah.
Okay, like it's 4 times what they get in the Philippines, or 4 to 5
Mm,
times
okay.
in a month. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, of course, if you get this kind of range, you have to pay for your own expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Pay your, you have to pay your house, your bills, etc. hmm What are the perks? Of course, we have health insurance here. It's really good. Thailand
Great.
is one of the best countries when it comes to health insurances
Nice.
or health
Yeah.
benefits. Yes, like
Mhm.
when you go to a hospital, they will give you a basket of medicines,
Oh
sort
my
of
God.
medicine, and these
Yeah.
these are all free because I work
Wow.
government. I work for a government school. That's why.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Yes, yes,
wow.
and it's included in the coverage of our medical insurance, medical benefits, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? Well, as for me as a university teacher, like I said, I don't need to have a license, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the perks is that I get to do research when I can present to other countries and I could
Right.
travel. I
Yeah.
could travel like Hong Kong, Turkey, and all over the globe like that. That's one of the perks also, and it's for free. It's coming from the budget of the university.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the perks, this one is really good. They have a lot of holidays here.
I was gonna ask in terms of vacation and holidays. So tell us how
Yes,
many
they have a
vacation
lot
days you
of
get.
holidays. Yes, they have a lot of holidays here. That's so it means you get a lot of rest. You get a lot of days where you can
Mm-hmm.
go anywhere you want. Yes, including the summer vacation. Like the summer here is March, April, and May. So you're
Wow.
given we two and a half actually, 2.5 months of break. Okay.
Wow.
I don't know for the other schools, but most schools offer this kind of benefits, especially in the
Wow.
university. It's raining again. Okay. Yes. And, yeah, the benefits are quite okay. The
Mhm.
only not good thing, that's should I not good thing. The only not so good is that we don't get any pensions or uh, like a retiring fee.
Retirement. Yes, I was going to
Retirement,
ask you. Okay. So,
yes, retirement
yeah.
fee, yes,
Mhm. So no
yes. We
pension.
don't. What is it?
No pension at all, huh?
None at all. Yes, no, no.
Okay, so how about if you are a Thai citizen? If you're a
Yes, you
citizen
can.
of, okay, so if you are a citizen, then you are eligible to have a pension, right?
Yes, but the thing is, when you're Thai, the salary will be leveled as a Thai English teacher. So it's like it's half
Ah,
or one third of the
ah.
salary that we get as foreign English teachers.
Okay, let me just clarify what I heard. So if you
Yes,
are a Thai citizen, your monthly salary is a lot lesser than a
yes,
foreign instructor coming into Thailand, right?
yes, yes.
Oh, wow.
One of the
Okay.
good things also,
Hmm.
one of the good things also in my university and other universities, public universities here, is that uh, we get the same salary with the other foreigners like Americans, United Kingdom people, the British,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
the latter. I don't know to call them, and the other nationalities, the native English speakers, as they
Wow.
say.
Wow. Yes. Who knows? Maybe when I retire, I'll go to Thailand too. I'm going to be knocking at your door and say, hey, you have a position for me over there?
Well, it's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. So thank you for
Yes.
sharing all of those wonderful benefits, all of those perks of being an EFL specialist or a lecturer in one of the universities there. Now, let's talk about
But
your
I'm not yet rich, okay? I'm not yet rich, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's just I'm good financially, okay?
good. Yeah. No, as teachers and lecturers, I think we need to really take care of ourselves. In fact, let me just share this to all of our viewers. If you have not read the work or the book of Dr. Thomas Stanley, uh, The Millionaire Next Door, based from his research, a lot of millionaires, at least here in the US, are actually teachers. And
Wow.
yes, and I think
So you
one of
are one of those
the
millionaires,
reasons,
right?
so one of the reasons why teachers tend to become millionaires, at least in the US, based from his research, is that of the habits and the skills that teachers have when it comes to their spending and investing wisely and things like that. But that's another topic that we can talk about, right, Teacher Ruben? Yeah,
That's true.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about naman about your typical day at your university. So, kwento mo naman sa amin, what is your typical day? How many caseload do you have? How do you start your day? And how many students do you have? All of those things. Give us the real deal here.
This is really fun, and maybe a lot of your listeners, a lot of your viewers would become envious of what I have here at university because I only teach 12 hours a week.
No! That's it?
I only teach Mondays from Monday and Tuesdays. Mondays and Tuesdays only from
Wow.
On Monday, I teach at 10 until 4 or 5, but that's
Okay.
Tuesday, 3 and 3, or 2.5, or sometimes because if I finish early, then I could let my students go home early as well.
Uh-huh.
And on Tuesday, like 6 hours again, and the rest of the week, I'm basically free when it comes to caseload, or I don't have any teaching loads.
Uh-huh.
So that's very normal during the first semester, and it's
Mhm.
even lesser during second semester. Like 9, sometimes I get 6 hours, but I need to do some other works, like because I'm also affiliated with the language
Mm.
center of the university. So we go to English camps, we have to do some academic services, like we teach the elderly, we teach them English, not really, like we teach them how to sing, like entertainment, and that's really, I think I'm good at. So yes,
You are.
yes, from from Wednesday to Friday, basically I'm free. Just do research, and sometimes if you have some side jobs outside or inside of the university, and if it's with pay, then it's really a good thing. That would be
Mhm.
that would add up to your pocket. So
Oh my
yes,
gosh. Yeah. You
yeah,
are
that's
right.
that's a normal day. And
Yeah.
like in a classroom here, like if you finish the course, or if you finish the topic that you discuss
Uh-huh.
with your students, then you could let them go home. There is actually, I don't know, because I used to work in a Korean school, right?
Okay, yes.
In
Mm-hmm.
the Philippines, it's a Korean academy, and time
Mm.
is really, really important. Time
It's
is
true.
gold in a
Yeah.
Korean academy. So
Yep.
if you are late even for 1 minute, they're going to deduct uh, that minute into your salary, some sort of like that.
Correct.
But here, it's very much flexible. Like you could be late. You could go to the classroom 5 minutes or 10 minutes late. Okay, you just have to uh, tell your excuses, or your reasonable excuses as well. And it's very lax, really
Mm.
lax. Like
Mm-hmm.
they just let you do what you do. You teach
Nice.
as long as the students are uh, get something from you, or as long as the students can get something from you, then that's it.
Wow.
Suddenly.
That's a real good life. You followed your passion, and now, 12 hours of workload. That's amazing. And how many students again do you have per class?
Well, for English courses, sometimes 8 to 16, around
Okay.
20. But because I teach general English also in the
Mm.
university, like engineering students, animal science students, so around
Wow.
30 to 50, just like in the Philippines, like 30 to
Uh-huh.
50, but not over 50, okay?
Uh-huh.
Whereas in some other bigger schools here, they teach like 100 plus. Oh my God,
Ooh. Yeah.
really a lot. And I think that university is really earning a lot. But anyway,
Oh,
like,
yes,
I'm very
I
lucky
can
that my school or university is really very flexible.
I can absolutely feel that
And maybe
lucky.
because I've been here for quite some time in the
Mm.
university, I've been employed here. I've been the EFL specialist. Sometimes I introduce myself as a resident EFL specialist
I
here,
love
because
it.
I've been just one school for 13 years. Yes.
Wow. That's
Yes.
a rarity nowadays, Teacher Ruben. Being in a
Yes.
school system for that long, that's pretty wonderful. I call it heroic. You are a
Wow.
hero. Yeah, right?
a hero. I should put on my cape.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, what is the hardest part naman of your job? What's the most challenging
The
piece of
hardest,
your job?
the hardest part of my job is yes, in the classroom, on how
Uh-huh.
you can explain things
Mm-hmm.
in English. Like it's really difficult. Like I told you, it's difficult. I should say it's very challenging, really challenging. Like they cannot understand you. So how would you let them understand you? How
Mm-hmm.
what should you do so that they could understand you?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my boss is okay.
Maybe
Uh,
your boss is also
yeah,
watching.
just anyway, where was I?
So we were talking about the most challenging piece or part of your job.
Oh yes, on how you would let the student understand you, right? Because they have
Mm-hmm.
like 0% English background. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
most challenging thing. Like when I was new here, when I was a kid here in Pitsanulog and this university, I cried a lot because how would I understand them? How would I let them understand what I talk about? Like that,
Mm.
sort of like this, like the 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 language gap is very, 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 very far. It's very wide and
Wow.
um, really challenging. I
Mm.
I cannot really explain that much, but I should.
Mm.
Well, I could say that the
Mm.
language barrier is
Right.
really a challenging thing here, especially in
Wow.
Thailand. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for Korean students, right? Yeah, I'm going to compare, right? For Korean students, they're a little bit more knowledgeable about English or in
Mm.
English, so it's better. Whereas here, really 0%. Like some other students have 0% English background, so it's really, really challenging. And like you have just told me that you have to be a hero, you have to put your cape on, and you have to explain, you know body language, and do whatever it takes for you to explain things in
That's
English.
right.
And sometimes you have to learn language also here so that you could speak a little bit of if you could speak a little bit of the language, then you could
Mm-hmm.
also explain a little bit of English to them by
Mm.
we call it like a dual language thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So can you speak in Thailand? Do you
I'm
know a
sorry.
little bit of do you know a little bit in Thailand language?
Well, my colleagues tell me that I'm good at speaking in Thai, but I can't read Thai. I can't even write Thai
Okay.
character.
All right. How
But
about okay,
in
because we're gonna take a few minutes break. Can you say something in Thai? Like we'll be back in a few minutes, in 5 minutes, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about your inspiring stories. Can you say that in Thai?
I'll try. Okay.
All right, you take it away, and then we'll be out for a few minutes.
Okay, so ไม่ต้องภายในค่ะ uh you stay there ไม่ต้องไปแล้วก็ cat is also when we come back หมา come back is come back หมา หมาทั่วไปเลย
All right, we'll see you in 5 minutes.
เจอกันนะ we'll see you it's เจอกันนะ yes.
All right, see you folks in 5 minutes. We'll take a break. Thanks, teacher.
Juan Lu and his puppets face to face. With special guests, Makata Tawanan, Jess Box, and the Lunaria Marionette Show.
Alam mo, Nicolong, kung wala ako, hindi ka magsasalita. Alam mo, Tito Anlo, kung wala ako, nagsasalita ka nag-isa. Kung wala ako, wala kang masusuot. Kung wala ako, wala kang nakakain.
October 30, Sunday, 7 p.m. at the La Verdad Auditorium in Apalit, Pampanga. Buy your tickets now and see you soon, face to face.
The new channel is an online alternative new media platform of online shows for people on the go. Please watch all our shows as seen on screen. Imagine having your own show, your own playlist, your own content, but we make it easier for you. Please continue to support Once a Teacher, Always a Teacher on selected Saturdays at 10:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Continue to watch our shows. And for those who are supporting our shows, thank you very much. You can also watch our show live or on replay via Facebook or YouTube. You can also follow us on IG. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Just search hashtag TNC Now. For sponsorships, please email now@thenewchannel.com or send us a DM. Enjoy these life-changing shows because we made them for you. All right, folks. Here we go. I hope you've been taking down notes and really enjoying this wonderful episode with teacher Reuben H. Esteban, an EFL specialist and a lecturer at Rajamangala University at Pinsanulok, Thailand. All right. So I want to bring him back because I want to hear about an inspiring story that he may have, especially when teaching his students. So, Teacher Reuben?
We're back, right?
Hello. Yes, hello. Okay, so tell us an inspiring story that you have as an EFL specialist.
An inspiring one.
Uh-huh.
Because here in Thailand, like students are very much respectful.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out, when they see you, they have to do the white sawadee-ka, sawadee-ka. And
What does that mean?
like,
What does this mean?
it's a greeting. It's a
Okay.
respectful greeting among Thais. When
Okay.
they say sawadee-ka, but they bow their heads, it's a sign of respect. to especially to teachers. The best thing about an EFL lecturer or teacher here in Thailand is you get respected a lot by the students.
I love that.
Yes, that's the highlight of being an EFL teacher or lecturer in this place. Inspiring stories like when they get to see you in the supermarket, anywhere you go, like when they see you, oh, this is teacher John Reuben, a Chinese teacher, and then so what like, oh, and then suddenly in my mind, oh, I'm old now. Yes, something like that.
Yeah, I love it. So is that what makes you happy as a teacher? You know, seeing your students respect you? Or what is further make you happy as a teacher?
Well, I'm happy as a teacher. Yes, I'm happy and I'm proud to be a teacher. It should be louder, right? I'm happy and I'm proud to be a teacher. Is that the reason why? Yes, because one of the reasons also why we share knowledge is that if they respect you, the students, it means that they revere you. That like they give importance to what you do. They give importance to your profession. So yes, if you ask me, I'm happy. That's why I'm happy because of that. Then I could answer you yes. Part of yes.
That's great. You know, I love seeing happy teachers because it definitely shows in their classroom, and you know, their students respond to them very, very well. So that's good. All right, Teacher Ruben, on ESL teaching naman, all right, or EFL teacher, what are some strategies to teach non-native English speakers on the use of English language? Can you give us like 2 or 3 tips?
First, scaffolding. Really, scaffolding is really essential as an EFL teacher here or in the classroom. You have to help the students. Yes, like I said, some of the students, maybe 1, 2, or 3, or 5 among the 20, don't have or have zero background in English. So you really have this kind of scaffolding skill okay, in the classroom, so that your classroom will turn out okay.
Right.
Another one is that I don't know, because here in Thailand it's I don't know if it's true to other teachers or maybe I'm speaking just for myself. Other students don't like a very serious one. So you have to put, yes, you have to put a lot of entertainment. You have to be very creative to make your class more fun and not so serious. Of course, you have to teach, and at the same time, it has to be fun. So like it's like 60-40 or 40-60, but it should be 60. They have to learn, and 40 they should have fun. That's I think the good thing, or one of the things that you must possess or you must have, or the techniques. One of the techniques that I do in my classroom, in my EFL classrooms. Yes.
That's great. I think you're perfect for that because you're always making us laugh. You're such you are such an entertainer for most of us, right? So you're perfect for that.
Very serious teacher. Very serious teachers. When it comes to teaching in my class, I'm very serious one. But of course, you need to show another thing. You have you have to, like I said, you have to be creative. So
Right.
you have to bring out the creative thing in you. You have to bring out the other side of you so that it would be fun. I mean, the classroom would be fun, or the students could enjoy the lessons that you are dealing with, or that you are imparting to them, or that you are learning inside the classroom.
Right. So,
You sing, you do some drama.
yes.
Oh, yes.
All right. Let's talk about singing because I know that you love to sing. Pwede po bang mag-request,
I don't know
Teacher
if singing
Reuben?
loves me, but I don't know. I'm not sure if singing loves me.
It's okay. Pwede bang mag-request for one song?
Look at my
Pampasaya
face.
sa ating mga viewers.
No,
One
I'm
song,
not.
Teacher Reuben. You know, this is, you may have some students who are watching right now. Can you share your creative side to our viewers? One song.
I'm a very shy person, and I tend to become introvert when it comes to singing. Well, singing is my happy place. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, I could
Let's
sing
go. Yes. One
just a
song.
part. What song like?
Okay.
Uh,
Let me
what
ask the
song?
direct. What song do I
I'm
want?
sorry.
Do you know the song?
But not the new ones because I'm old. You
No,
know,
no, no. I know. How about
we're
any
generation
song by?
Y.
Okay. How about any song by Leia Salonga? My
Oh my!
favorite singer.
I
Any
dream the
song.
dreams gone by.
Okay, hold on. There you go.
You are sunlight and I'm moon, joined by the gods of fortune, midnight and high noon, sharing the sky. We have been blessed, you and I. Anyway, my voice is not really conditioned right now, but I could sing a lot of Miss Saigon songs or in
Okay,
the
please.
playlist.
One more, Miss Saigon.
Like a song playing on a solo saxophone, a crazy sound, a lonely sound, a cry that tells us love goes on and on, played on a solo saxophone. It's telling me to hold you tight and dance like it's the last night of the world. Something like
Yay! Broadway.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Broadway.
Because you asked for Lea Salonga, and I
Yes.
think the best songs she has had, or the best songs that she has had, or yes, she has had, are the songs of Miss Saigon.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Les
All right.
Miserables, of course.
Okay. Can you have that? I'm gonna ask the directors to put you on the spotlight. Les Miserables.
No, no.
Okay, one last song, your choice. I want to make sure that our teachers who are watching will get that light-hearted, good vibes from you. Your choice.
What song should I sing? Because there's so many songs in my mind that I can't really pick one. Like,
What's your favorite song?
my favorite song, take my hand, we'll talk a while, we'll walk a while, feel my love, always there beside you, be the one. I know you tell me everything, you are the one I cherish more than anything. I love you more than you'll ever know. Something like that.
Oh my God.
I love
that's
you
beautiful.
more than you never see.
Oh my
That's
gosh, that's amazing. I would love to be in your class, and at the end of each of your class, I'll be requesting a song from you. Thank you.
well, I make sure that in for the entire semester we have this kind of singing gig inside the classroom,
Mm,
so that the students could also, it's one of the ways on how they could speak English through
that's
songs.
true. Oh, that's a great idea. That's a wonderful
Yeah.
idea, actually. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, to your students who are watching, any word of advice for them?
To my students,
Yes, to your students. Any word of
my
advice?
students, just speak, just learn. Like I always tell my student, you don't need to care much about grammar rules. You just have to speak, express yourselves. You speak what you want to say. You tell what you want to say. You say what you want to say, and then you will become better in the future. Learning is not gained overnight. I always tell
Hmm.
them as well. Learning English is not gained overnight. Like becoming good, like
Yeah.
becoming proficient,
Hmm.
is not like in an instant, in just a snap of like, oh, I'm good now because
Hmm.
yesterday I learned English. No, it takes time. So learn more if you have the time. Learn
Hmm.
more if you have the resources. Learn
Hmm.
more, of course, English, right? Learn more if you have the opportunity.
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
my
So,
advice to my students. And
yeah,
of course, don't forget to have fun.
I love it. The fun part is the most important thing, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And how about Teacher Ruben? For those who are aspiring to become EFL teachers, any last word of advice from you?
Uh, my advice to those who are planning to be in the EFL career or in the EFL teaching profession, you have to know your craft. You have to develop your craft. You have to be skillful. You have uh, you have you have to have a heart, a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the things that you have to have in order for you to surpass, or in order for you to at least begin
Mm-hmm.
in the EFL teaching career if you're planning to. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, those are my words of advice. Very tiny words of advice, but I hope you give heed to those words.
Wonderful. Thank you. And anybody, for anyone else who would like to get in touch with you, they may have some questions and things like that, or maybe if they want to follow you and enjoy your light-hearted singing, where can they find you? Where can our viewers find you?
Well, they could find me in Facebook.
All right.
Yes,
What's your Facebook?
you have to make a friend request first. My
Uh-huh.
name in Facebook is Ruben Joey Esteban, right?
Okay.
Yes, and that's it. You
And do you have
could.
an Instagram?
Yes, I have, but it's quite private. My
All right.
Instagram account is quite private. Yes, and
Okay.
I don't want my students to go there. One of the reasons also why I made it private is that I don't want the other people to see what I do aside from being a teacher.
Hmm.
It's like
Mhm.
it's a mystery. So Teacher Reuben is a mysterious one, so that you don't give it all. They have to have this
Ah,
kind of very mysterious one like that. That's
mm.
the reason why my Instagram or my IG is quite private. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I good at excuses?
Well said, Teacher Reuben. Keep the mystery alive so people
That's
can just
true.
follow you. Yeah, people can just
Yes.
follow you on Facebook. All right.
Yes. Follow, they could add me, and they could ask me anything. Just give me or DM me there.
Wonderful. Well, Teacher Ruben, this has been an awesome time with you. And I'm sure our viewers learn so much about you and they learn about how to become an EFL teacher. So you also gave me some wonderful ideas in terms of how is it like to become an EFL specialist? And who knows, right? When I'm ready to retire, which in a decade or 2 decades, who knows? Then maybe I'll go there and say, "Hey," right?
Come to Thailand. Maybe I would still be here.
Why
Yes.
not? Right? Why not? So, viewers, thank you very much, Teacher Ruben. Thank you. Thank you again. Yeah,
Kapun
thank
kap.
you. How do you
Yeah.
say this?
Kapun kap. Kapun kap. For you, kapun ka.
Kapung kapung ka? Did I say
Yes.
that right? Ka
Right.
kapung ka?
Ka is spoken by women. Kap
Okay.
is spoken by men. Yes. Kap.
Okay, so I say kapung ka. Okay, kapung ka.
That's true. Perfect. You're really good at languages.
There you go. Well, thank you again, Teacher Ruben, and may
It's
you
my
be
pleasure.
blessed. Mhm. May you be blessed. May you continue to inspire many people, and may you impart your talent and the joy of being a human being. And also, may your songs fill our hearts with love and happiness. So, thank you again.
Yes. Thank you. And just laugh and smile, okay? And
We
life will
will.
be better. It's
We
true.
will. Thank you very much. And to all,
Thank
all our
you.
viewers, yeah, thank you so much. And to all of our viewers, thanks for being with us. I will see you again next time. Bye for now.